Yo, what up, dog? We on Chasing Stacks TV. You know what I'm saying? We having this infamous interview. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the interviewer introduce himself.
Yo, it's Pierre 88 coming from out of town. I'm out here doing what I gotta do. Y'all get with me.
You already know. So let's get straight to it.
So, since you been started already and you done got everything started, what's the first thing you've been thinking about doing?
Uh, as far as branching out, right now I'm thinking about pretty much just taking it global. That's just been from 10 toes down since day one, and you know what I'm saying, taking it global and expanding. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing. Like I said before in the last interview, you know, it's all about growth. Growth and development, and keeping that same energy as uh, making something out of nothing, but at the same time, just taking the vision into a reality and getting the right investors behind this company, Chasing Stacks Company, and right now we got the website going on. We got www.chasingstacks.com. We got Twitter. We got Chasing Stacks Promotions on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram, we got the actual products that we'll launch on there, and then you go from there and go to the actual website to purchase. And then, we got Facebook as well. You know what I'm saying? Chasing Stacks Online store. And we got the YouTube channel, Chasing Stacks TV, and that's what we on now. So we just keeping it moving. We getting better. We getting greater. We getting smarter. We getting wiser. You know what I'm saying? We taking the best opportunities and making it coming to reality.
Okay. So how have you educated yourself on this particular subject?
As far as education, just doing research. Numerous hours, thousands of hours of research. Everything that comes to as far as like a question to my mind, you know what I'm saying? I go and research it. I go downtown to certain bookstores that have certain books on certain things of interest that uh, projects what I'm, currently involved in as far as being an entrepreneur, the business moves that I'm making. This is chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? You always got to be strategic in how you move and apply the same formula, in different formats. You know what I'm saying when it comes to business. So at the same time, we living and learning every day. So it's not one day that goes by that we not learning something new to apply a new different strategy that will get our brand and the business out there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, speaking of that, what's the different ways that you've been taking to get your brand out there and get it to the people?
Well, one of the latest opportunities, I'm enlightened and delighted to have is Convos. It's CONVOZ, and it's by the entrepreneur, rapper, uh, Grammy nominated, award winning rapper, Chameleonaire. You know what I'm saying? He's like a venture capitalist, and he's an angel investor. You know what I'm saying? They actually have opportunities where you can go to Republic and go on a website and set up certain investments and startups, and have a bunch of supporters there. You can look, into your own research if you feel, it's the right move for you. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, how many times have you failed at what you're trying to do? Was it just an easy process, an easy startup, or was it, you know what I'm saying, challenging or what?
Well, being an entrepreneur, to keep it real, it's not easy. It's gonna be a lot of failures. To make you. It just makes you stronger, and it shows the elephant in the room, as far as separating the weak from the strong, and you just gotta keep pushing. As far as being an entrepreneur, continue to believe in yourself and believe in your dream and your company, your vision, and then it's gonna be hurdles. It's always hurdles. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't hurdles, you doing something wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the most best answer I can give you right now.
Oh, okay. Well, with that being said, what was your first step going into what you was trying to do? And I got to, let me interrupt here. You said you got convos with Chameleonaire.
Right.
How did you find out about that?
Well, one day, I was on my Twitter business account, Chasing Stacks Promotions, and I've been dealing with Twitter in the beginning when it first came out, but I never really took the time to actually dive in and just grow it. You know what I'm saying? But I always knew Twitter was a tool that will benefit me, in the
In the
future.
long run, yeah.
Yeah, in the long run. And one day I was just scrolling down doing my normal thing, pushing my brand and my business, and you know, I saw a Chameleonaire on there, and he was pushing, a very good message as far as opportunities, young black businessmen and minority women, and it just stood out to me like he was talking to me, so I just been running with it ever since, and it's a very good tool to apply to your business, and you can hear actual conversations from other people around the world and get game. You know what I'm saying from them too. So that's the whole thing with combos, man. I love it. I'm very thankful. You know what I'm saying. Combos is out, and it's one of the top, if not the top, apps out there right now. Social media platform or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. I don't know exactly it is what you're doing, but judging from what I'm hearing, is there any way somebody can invest? Like instead of Chameleonaire, is there anybody that can invest in this, and how can they go about doing something like that?
Well, actually, you can go to the Combos app, download it, and you know, it's multiple investors on there, but they have certain competitions, and one of the competitions that I'm involved in is the E40 and the Republic and Chameleonaire. Um, Competition far as it's like a pitch competition, and you can pitch your company far as like your startup and present it to the world. You know what I'm saying? And you can get your actual company off the ground. And the current competition I'm involved in is for 25K, 25 stacks. You know what I'm saying? And
It's a lot
you
of
know,
money.
yeah, but smart businessmen, we don't look at it, like money. We just look at it as another tool to keep the money
Opportunity, yeah.
360 degrees, full rotation, full circle in your company. And you got that's the whole thing about being an entrepreneur. That's what makes it very hard is keep putting your profits and stuff and keep putting it in the company, and that's how you grow it. Become stronger and bigger and eventually global.
How important do you think it is to shop with black owned businesses?
It's very important because minorities, if you have minorities um, pushing black-owned businesses in, the communities, it shine a light that you can do it. If you young and you coming up and you kind of don't know which way you want to move with your life, and you see the fast money and you see all type of things out there, it's very organic to gravitate towards the energy of a black owned business and keep the money in the community and keep it rotating and it stays in the community.
Okay. So, as a being a black owned business yourself, how do you market different using your nationality? Like, I don't know, I would say like commercials or something like that.
Right.
Commercializing your nationality, I guess.
Well, you take LeBron for example. When he was in high school, he was approached. He was approached. Excuse me. He was approached by Reebok.
Hmm.
Reebok tried to offer him. They offered him $10 million not to talk to Nike and I think Adidas, and he chose at a very young age not to take that opportunity. And later on, I think Nike he ended up doing a deal for 30 million or 60 million or something like that with Nike. So it's very important, to be aware of not taking the first deal that is offered to you, because if you really a thoroughbred and you really know the ins and outs of what you stand on, which is not money. Money is cool, but it's just a tool to get you further. But uh, it really means a lot when you understand that. Uh, you know, it's hard like to go to work or have a company and you know, if you love what you do, basically, if you love what you do, you're not working. So, you know, same thing with money. You're not working for money because it's something that you love what you do.
So I got another question. I gotta ask you this: is it something that you would do different starting up, like knowing the things that really got you jammed up or snared up at the beginning? Is it something that you regret doing or something like that?
Uh, well, taking a bait, like almost taking a bait, you know. It was at a time where you can be a little frustrated and desperate, you know, if you don't really, you know, have the certain uh, formula to work. Because when you jump into something like I did for I started my company, uh, you expect it to, you know, work overnight, literally, because that's just how passionate you is. But sometimes it's, you know, misled information out there, and everything out there sometimes that looks like it's the right choice is not the best choice. So, you know, it was at a point in time I was at one of my low points where I was approached by a few companies. You know, they was offering me opportunity to get my website off the ground as far as traction and, you know, more traffic and, you know, domain, just presence overall, social media presence. And they was running the numbers, you know. It was a point in time where I was about to do it. And, you know, I didn't do it though. You know, I discussed it with a few business people, partners and people, and I really thought about it like 2 weeks straight. And it was the best choice I made because, you know, every, everything didn't work out the way uh, the company that approached me, for them, it didn't work out. So, yeah.
Have you ran into any like problems just because you black?
Well, I'll give you a little secret. When I was starting my business, you know, I wanted to be uh, faceless as far as the way I approached it. My strategy was to present, you know, a good enough product as far as, you know, e-commerce or just, you know, something that was very organic and genuine where the customers will actually see the product before a person. Because, you know, I mean, you know, being a minority sometimes can affect your business if you starting out. You know, people would just, oh, this is another black minority, and, you know, I don't want to, he might not know what he's doing. Or, so it's like I always wanted to keep it like a mystery to who's behind Chasing Stacks. You know what I mean? So now that's why we have Chasing Stacks TV. You know, I'm just giving people better aspect of you know, how Chasing Stacks think, and, you know, how Chasing Stacks overall want to build his company and position himself as a brand.
What are some of the things that you did to overcome those hurdles?
Uh, Continue to study, continue to research, buy more books, read, you know, and get advice. And, you know, another thing is motivation. You know, I follow a lot of people on my Instagram and certain accounts that already made it to where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to just always be uh, aware and conscious of, you know, people that's on the same path as me. You know, in more ways than one. So yeah, that's my way of jumping out there with it.
Okay, okay. So, would you encourage a young person that's about to go to college to either go to college or start a business, knowing this time how it is right now?
Two answers, no brainer. Do both.
Do both at the same time?
Well, it's, you know, I'll do college first to get the game about the business world, and go to college and study something in a certain, in particular course that you feel applies to business, and then simultaneously, you know, I still do my entrepreneur thing at the same time, So I always say do both. It's very important. Do both.
So what
Don't
if
limit
you
yourself.
so what if you can't afford to go to school at this time? Would you
Uh,
still say just work and keep dreaming, or just jump out and just try something? You know what I'm saying?
that's well. I'm glad you asked me that. That's what I kind of did. As a truck driver, you don't have much time, but I have a lot of time to think.
Mm-hmm.
That's why where a lot of my genius abilities and universal knowledge kind of comes to me when I'm able to drive and just be in deep thought, and it helps a lot. So having a job, working 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing is cool, but just always know a job not gonna last forever. The risk is high. You can get fired. Things happen in your life. Health risk. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I advise anybody out there that's working a 9 to 5 or just a job in general. I don't care how much money you make. Always have another window of opportunity to fall back on in case things don't work out in the future.
You gotta have two hustles out here.
Exactly. More ways than one.
Right. Okay. So would you say, how would you implement your social media into your advertising?
Far as that, traffic and domain presence, and just like kind of have like follow the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just come up with a creative way, like a tree. You got the foundation, you got the roots on the ground that's spread it out. You know, and that's how you should do your social media. You shouldn't just have you know a few accounts and think you can get traction. It's not going to work that way. If you have more than one account, just try to leave snippet tabs of other business endeavors that you are involved in, or just whatever you're involved in. Kind of get the world a little taste. You know what I'm saying? Of what you involved in as far as your business, but don't give it all to them. That's the only advice I give you. Don't give the world all what you got all up front as far as your social media presence. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my answer.
So by me giving them all what you mean?
Well, dropping a million pictures and just always, just it's good to communicate, but it's over communication can hurt you. That's my personal take. It can. When I say over communication, I'm saying as far as your social media presence. Like if you oversaturate, people can get tired. You know what I'm saying? The build, how a movie or a rap album or just an album or a book or anything is about to come out, they building up the momentum. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You want to do that with your social media presence. Build up momentum before you post. Kind of give people this is coming soon, or this is coming, or you want to put a date for next month.
Snippets.
Yeah, like a movie. You give them a commercial, before the whole movie. This is the strategy, one of the strategies, business strategies I use, and all this stuff I'm telling you guys is all freestyle. It's not. It's just I'm constantly thinking. So I don't be knowing if it's gonna work. But so happily it has worked. If you jump on my website, uh, social media page, Chasing Stacks 24/7 on Instagram. Chasing Stacks 24/7. You can kind of get a glimpse of what I'm explaining in this in-depth interview, as far as the proof. Because at the end of the day, it's about proof. You can kind of show businesses, multi-million dollar, billion-dollar companies, that you do have some traction. It don't matter if you broke, none of that. Just be creative and have some traction. That's all it's about. Traction can range from traffic. It can range from a million comments, and in this day and age, you got fake followers and you got bots. I can't stand none of that stuff, man. But all my stuff is authentic. It's real human beings. You know what I mean? So, get credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Chasing stocks.
Okay. You selling an item, right?
Well, currently I'm selling e-commerce. E-commerce, it varies. I got
Okay.
fishing poles on my website where they collapsible and they look like a pen.
Right.
I got a whole bunch of low key things on there. It's just not a watch, and I got watches, but you know, my vision is to be the new Amazon. My vision is to be the new Walmart online. My vision is to be the new e-commerce. Uh, you know, the biggest in the world right now. It's 4th of July, everybody. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? But we right now take care of this business. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Okay, I asked you that to ask you this. I'm in the real estate now.
Right.
What would what would be some advice that you give me to get somebody to buy a house from me?
Uh, Advertising,
Uh,
ads. Uh,
as far as social media or what?
you got to grind every day. That's all I can say. You research and grind every day, and study who was before you. It's always important to study, your history because everything's come back to full circle, and it's just very good to, just grind, shine, and study. That's
So you
my
saying
advice.
just buy a whole bunch of books and learn like that?
Yeah, just seminars. Look at a bunch of failures, people in real estate who didn't make it, or look at the economy, the housing market crisis. Just try to learn as much as you can from the past, and then learn from problems. That's how I got better. I learned from problems. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of problems as far as just people before me. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's very important to do that.
Would you buy a house from me just looking at it?
For sure, most definitely. You're a minority. I like the way how you present. Your company as far as your real estate company, and you really out there, man. You really got your thing going, and more people will uh, catch on to how can I say it, the seed before it blossoms into whatever it's gonna be. You know.
Using stuff like I know I talked about social media a lot, but using stuff like social media. What do you think it is it a way that you think you could over market yourself on social media?
You can't. You can lose a lot of money in ads and promotion. And you touch a lot of people, but you get eyes on you. But sometimes, yes, you can fail at basically oversaturating social media.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
What you mean, like too much posting or what?
Just over marketing, like you said, just over presence. Like you gotta find that line in between. It's a balance, man. You know, you gotta. I can't give you everything, but you just gotta find that balance.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, we wrapping it up, man. This was a dope interview, man. This is my business partner. I gotta shoot a few moves, so yeah. I'm very enlightened to be on the platform, and
I see you got to get out of here, so I'm gonna let you go, man.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
nice having you here.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, brother.
Shout out to ChasinStats.com.
Oh yeah.
Gotta do this more often, man.
Most definitely. Shout out to Convo. Shout out to Republic. Shout out to Chameleonaire. Shout out to E40. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, out there doing y'all thing, Convo's pitching, or all that. Shout out to everybody, global. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. Believe to achieve. You dig? And this is Chasing Stacks TV. You can follow me at Chasing Stacks 24/7 on Instagram. You can follow me on my personal Instagram, Chasing Stacks 313. You can follow me on YouTube, Chasing Stacks TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment, drop a comment, do whatever, to support my brand. We got merch still on the way. This is one of the limited Chasing Stacks hats right now. You can catch my website, www.chasingstacks.com. We the business, baby. So everybody stay smooth. Happy 4th of July. We working. We grind and shine. Peace.
Peace.